and it's her first interaction with various appointees at the municipal and district assemblies. First of all, I would start with the President's comments, which Regional Minister has mentioned. His Excellency John Dama has been clear in his resolve to ensure that we need to standard when it comes to sanitation. That we live up to standard when it comes to keeping our people safe. The minister spoke about sanitation, but can we easily link sanitation to disaster prevention? And I think we should, because one of the things that contributed to the recent flooding in some areas was because we were not prepared in terms of sanitation. That week, I had conducted a working with our officers and we observed that the city worked with flood. And so the preparation was to ensure we do our personal effort to clean up the city. Because why it was so, I did not understand. Unfortunately, my partner was in the battle to get most of you confirmed, and so that process delayed a bit. The rains caught us on the wrong foot. It is painful that preventable catastrophes are allowed to come and consume us. If we can do our bit to ensure that we keep our communities clean, we will have the job done. Because most of the areas that will get the flooding are areas where our drains are able to contain the flow of water. Now that you have assumed offices, I will plead with all of you. One of the things that I urge all of you to ensure that you do in your various municipalities and districts is to ensure our disaster management committees are revived and made active. Let's incorporate NADMO as an intrinsic part of your administration in your various municipalities and districts. The Disaster Management Committee has always gone dormant. I'm urging you to try. That committee is supposed to rank as the DISEX and the REXEX. But we relegate it to the background. So I'm calling on you as you go back to work in tandem with officers under your command to ensure that what is incorporated in your plans at various levels incorporate also the knowledge and advice from NADMO officers to ensure that disaster become either a thing of the past or it is minimized drastically. I also want to urge the new appointees. There are places you go and people are putting buildings in waterways and they have the necessary documents to support their projects. Sometimes it's so disheartening that we ourselves call for disaster. When it happens, we are calling for help. I went round when the president was doing his inspection of the Ghana project. There was a very brave man, I think Adolf Hitler. When the president himself was going around and talking about people encroaching on waterways and developing Ramsar sites, somebody came to stand in front of the president to tell us that those Ramsar sites were registered lands. Please, let's be fair to ourselves. People will compromise based on personal interest, but you are government appointees. Your role is to ensure that the government succeeds. Your role is to ensure that His Excellency's researching agenda become an example for other countries in the world to want to emulate. Please check yes, your technocrats that are responsible for licensing and giving these land development documents. Do your occasional checks. And that is why I invite you to work with a district in place. You being the head. Those issues will come up when you meet to discuss your district or your municipality. So, all I want to tell you today is that you are leading the whole municipality, the whole district. Every person that works under you matters. Otherwise, those offices will not exist. And especially when it comes to disaster. If I were you, I would put Magno officers into RECSEC meetings. But it's a paramilitary organization. They should be part of you and they should advise accordingly. Hold them to ransom if they fail. They are supposed to advise you. Another thing I want to talk about is Magno officers who are in your charge. There was an incident, somebody told me he belongs to the EMA Magno. There was no EMA Magno. There was only one Magno, the national one. And so the people in your charge are still the responsibility of the national headquarters. Whatever they do in terms of their training and other staff development projects should be so you do between the nations. Let us be aware. Probably the one who is working with you may not be the best material for you to use at that moment. And so when you access, you'll be able to advise you as to who can play that role well and who can help you to succeed. I don't think that we have to waste your time too much today because it's the first interaction. But as Madam said, we'll be embarking on these demolition exercises across the country, not only in Accra, but we are starting from here. In terms of preparedness, we activated our contingency plan way back in February. That was on the 13th of February, if I remember. It's just because you were not in office, that's why probably you didn't get the information. But places where we work with the regional ministers, we started work. As we speak, dredging is ongoing in Kumasi. Seriously. And so we are starting here tomorrow. We entreat every one of you to cooperate. Tema, please don't just sit for us to come and work. Also organize yourselves. So that by the time we get to your place, you may have also done some mobilization to support the work. And so it will be in every municipality or district that will come to work. Do your personal mobilization and get people ready to support us. After Tema tomorrow, when we are able to finish what we want to do, we'll move to Medina and to Adenta and to the east. Before we went to Uda Bawi and Polibroti, my landlords in Ladadukutopo, yes, I live there. Our lagoon is being encroached and nobody is talking. It's becoming a settlement. I remember it was during process time, they did the demolition exercise there. It is our duty to ensure that these ecological systems are preserved. It's the only way we can survive as humans. We are going to be tough, not because we are wicked, but because we want the society to become better. I thank you all, and I want you to believe that we continue to interact from today. We have some few resources at NADMO. I will entreat the region as well as Metro. Our boss is also here. The AMA boss. Yes, so we'll be taking help from all of you as we go around to embark on this exercise. Please cooperate and get it down well in the interest of all of us. But disaster doesn't know Mr. A, Mr. B. When it comes, it affects everybody. Thank you very much for listening.
So that's the Director General of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, here with the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Linda Oakley.
Like we said earlier, don't just wait for us to come, also mobilize yourself. So put your equipment at our what do we have? I've been assured by the boss, he will support in his own way, but at the municipal and district levels, we have some equipment at your disposal. As we can, please support with yours so that we can get the work done. Thank you very much.
So this is the meeting between the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council and the confirmed Metropolitan Municipal and District Chiefs Executives in the Greater Accra region. And the key thing here is that tomorrow there is going to be a demolition of structures on waterways precisely at Tema and Sakuma site. This from the management organization and then also the respective MMDCEs. So this exercise will take place tomorrow in accordance with efforts by the government to deal with flooding in the Greater Accra region.
Honorable Ibrahim Chacha.